Hello and welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator. In the last episode, we built a crazy expensive $6,000 budget PC to play Counter-Strike Source at minimum spec. If you missed that episode and you want to go back and check it out, I'll put a link up in the upper right hand corner so you can do so. Let me hop into the email. Let's see what we have to work on for today. Do we have any fixes? Is this really the only fix? It's really the only fix we have? All right, well, let's do this one. It says, hello, my rig is broken. I'm not sure what's wrong. Can you have a look? My granddad thought that the PC needed oiling, and the results don't seem good. ASAP, please. It's urgent. It's not as quick as it used to be. Many thanks, Adrian. So Adrian's granddad, for some reason, oiled a PC. Okay. And then it's not as quick as it used to be. So we probably need to run a virus scan on that when it comes in. Let's take a look at their stats real quick. X570 Gaming Pro Carbon, Ryzen 7 3800 XT, 1 stick of RAM, and a 3080. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and accept that one. I guess we'll figure out what is wrong with it when it comes in and order parts then. Okay, let's go up here and go to the top just for fun. Doom at 4K spec. Oh, this one's due tomorrow as well. I was going to start going through these and see when they were due. This one's due tomorrow, so let's definitely do this one. It says, hello, I'm looking to pay for a new PC. I'm hyped for this game I just got, but my PC won't run it. It's called Doom. Can you get that done by tomorrow? HyperX components are meant to be the bomb. I know used parts can be cheaper, but I'd like new ones. Please regards, Daniel Gross. Daniel's got a budget of $2,750 to play Doom at recommended 4K spec, and he wants some HyperX parts and nothing used. Let's take a look at real run. Doom. Recommended 4K spec, 8 gigs of RAM, 11 gigs of VRAM, 40 gigs of storage, an i7 9700K, and at least a 1080 Ti, so definitely need something with 11 gigs of RAM. So unfortunately, a 2080 won't cut it for this because they definitely want that 11 gigs of VRAM. So we'll probably have to go with a 1080 Ti just because of the small budget here. So let me close this out. Oops, that was not closing, that was back. Let me close it out. Let's go down here. Let me accept this one. Let me get the shop opened up. I'm going to get some parts put into the shopping cart for this build. And as soon as I've got them in there, I will come back and show you. All right, for this build to play Doom at 4K, we're going to go with an Asus ROG Strix Z370i gaming motherboard. That is a mini ITX motherboard. We're going to go with an i7 9700K, a Cooler Master Liquid ML240 Illusion White CPU cooler. That's a 240mm AIO water cooler. 2 sticks of HyperX Fury RAM, 8 gig, 3200 megahertz. We're going to go with the Asus ROG Strix GTX 1080 Ti OC Edition. For the power supply, we're going to go with the Cooler Master V850. That's the small form factor power supply. An ADATA NVMe drive, 512 gigs. A HyperX Fury game drive for 960 gigs, so we're getting a good amount of HyperX stuff in there that they want. We're also going to add 2 Corsair SP120 RGB Elite fans in white. We're going to put all that in the Cooler Master Master Box in our 200p white with a window. Man, that's a long name for a case. We're going to do all that for next day delivery. Like I said, when the repair comes in, we'll figure out what's broken on it, and we will order parts and have them same day delivered. So, let's go over here. Let's end the day. We can get everything in, and we can get to work. All right. Here's our parts. Nothing from the PC bay today. Nothing. Let me grab Post-it note. We'll get that over here. Oops. Almost walked right by it. And then, is this our case? Here's our case. Let's get this little guy put on this workbench. Look at that. Nice, fun little build. And then we'll get this put over here, and we'll take a look at this repair and see what might be broken. Does it power on at all? Nothing. It's dead. Okay. Let's see. I kind of don't think it's the power supply, but, you know, it never hurts to check. Let's undo some cables. Try to remember that they have these green cables like this. All right. Start getting stuff off of here. I'm just going to take everything off, because don't know what's broken, and then we can just kind of go through it. And we can totally see at that point what might be broken. All right, let's get this motherboard out of here. There we go. Do we need to take power supply? I don't know. Let's see. Let's do fits this PC. That's not broken. CPU cooler isn't broken. Motherboard's broken. Motherboard is broken. Let's take a look at their RAM. Their RAM is also broken. Graphics card's fine. And we didn't check storage and things. I have a feeling it's probably mostly just their motherboard and their RAM. So their motherboard, they've got an MSI MPG X570 Gaming Pro Carbon Wi-Fi. And for their RAM, what do they have for RAM? They've got G-Skill Sniper X in silver, 8 gig, 3200 megahertz. All right, so let me back out of here. Don't think I need to check their power supply. I say that now, and then it's going to come back to bite me, isn't it? It's going to come back to bite me. Let's get their motherboard. It was the MSI MPG X570 Gaming Pro Carbon Wi-Fi. It's right here. Let's add that to the cart, and then let's go get their G-Skill RAM. It was the Sniper in silver, 8 gig, 3200 megahertz. Right here. So that's $495 with shipping. And what was their budget? Didn't they have like, ooh, $700? Maybe we should go check their power supply. Let's check their power supply and storage. Oops. That was not the cable. Okay, let's check storage. We'll check power supply. I just want to make sure. Okay, storage. Storage is fine. Power supply is fine. Let's go ahead and put those back in. They just gave us a really big budget for what they need fixed. Probably just because they didn't know. They didn't know it was broken. Okay, so we've got those parts in the shopping cart. Let's go here. Let's do same day delivery for $100. Go ahead and buy it now. Everything should be over here. We should be able to get this thing put back together and then run a virus scan on it. So, motherboards. Let's sell off the broken one. And I want to grab this new one, get it installed. There we go. Let's see, we'll get this thing ready for RAM and CPU. Let's get the CPU in first. At their Ryzen 7. Then let's grab the new RAM. What is this? Why do we have a broken 3900 XT? That can go. Don't need that. Let's go to RAM. Let's sell off their broken RAM. And I'm going to grab the new one and get that installed. Very nice. Let me get some thermal paste on here, and we should be able to get their CPU cooler back on. Done. Okay. Graphics card. I think that was everything. I think we're ready to cable this up. So they had green. And it wasn't that. I think it was this. The sleeved braided plain green. I don't remember seeing anything about them wanting to change colors. We're going to stick with the green. Get everything cabled up. There we go. All right, does it power? Let's hop into the BIOS real quick. Let's see if they need their XMP turned on. It's running at 3200 megahertz, so that would be a no. They've only got the one drive as far as I know. So we're going to let this thing boot up. While it's doing that, I'm going to grab a USB drive, because we need to get the virus scanner on here. Very slowly, of course. Oh, and it's going to a crawl. Look at that. Can you tell it's moving? Oh, man. All right, let's restart. And then we should be able to run a virus scan. while that thing is slowly restarting, let me get some parts put back on here. Because why not? Takes a while. Get the PCI lock on here. We'll leave this this side panel off for now. Let's do a virus scan. 304, not the worst I've ever seen. Let's clean that up. And I think we're done. Yeah, we're done. Let's go put this over here in the delivery area, and we can get started on this small form factor build. It's gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Okay, get this thing taken apart. That would be step number 1. Take it all apart. I don't know if that needs to come out. These fans do, because I'm going to replace those with some Corsair fans. So let's go ahead and put those in first. Come down here to the bottom. We've got the Corsair SP120 RGB Elite in white. Got 2 of those going in. There we go. Next, let me get the motherboard in here. We've got the Asus ROG Strix Z370i gaming motherboard. We'll get that installed. And I'm going to go ahead and get it ready for CPU, RAM, and the M.2 drive. So first, we've got our CPU going in. We've got the i7-9700K. Then let's grab storage, because I think it's blocking the RAM. We've got the ADATA XPG Spectrix S40G RGB M.2 drive, 512 gig. Man, that's a lot. That's a lot to say. And then for RAM, we've got 2 sticks of the HyperX Fury 8 gig 3200 megahertz. Go ahead and get that installed. And then while we're installing storage, let's go back here, because we've got some more HyperX Fury RAM, and it's going to install right here. Right? What a weird spot. It doesn't even look like it goes there, right? Like it's hanging down below a little bit, but whatever. It works. Okay. Okay, so let me get some thermal paste on here, but we're not going to put the CPU cooler on yet, because it actually goes on last. It's actually going to go on last. So let's go back here. I need to get these out of the way. Oops, not that one, this one. So we can put our graphics card in. I also need to get the power supply in here. We've got the Cooler Master V850 small form factor SFX in gold. Will it not go? Oh, there we go. I was going to say, will it not go in since I put something on the outside? There we go. It's in. It is in. Okay, so next we need the graphics card. And for the graphics card, we've got the Asus ROG Strix GTX 1080 Ti OC Edition. We'll get that installed. Then we need to put some parts back on. We've got this grid that goes here. Now, don't ask me how this works. I'm assuming in real life you would mount your radiator to this and just leave it hanging outside your case while you mount the pump assembly and stuff to your CPU. But in this game, we mount it. Then we go grab our cooler, which is this Cooler Master Liquid ML240 Illusion in white. And we try to sneak this thing in here. Like, oh my gosh, like this. And then we can screw it down. Yeah. It doesn't leave much room. It doesn't leave much room for anything. Now we have the fun of cabling. We probably could have cabled most of it up first. Let's go with some white cables. Let's see. Maybe some sleeved braided plain white. That might look nice. See if we can cable everything up here. Luckily I've got the quick cable on, so I only have to click one one side of the cable and it cables itself up. If I had to do both sides, it'd be a real pain. So I think everything's cabled. And I think we are ready to see if this thing boots up. Let me get a USB drive in here. I'm not going to put anything on it yet. Let me hop into the BIOS. Let's see, RAM OC. We do need to turn on our XMP. Let's make sure we are booting from our NVMe drive, which we are. Let's go ahead and let this reboot. And then we'll probably put the lighting app on here and let it restart. And maybe we'll change the lights to white. It's an interesting effect looking through the radiator at the fans. Okay. Lighting app. Let's select everything. Let's see how it looks. Let's see how it looks with white. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. So, now we've got to put the side panels on. This one's good because it looks like it's vented, so that's a good thing. However, this side panel is not. And I would say there's not a whole lot of room between that radiator. I'm assuming it's blowing through the radiator towards the side, but it's hard to tell with the fans. But there's not a lot of room for heat, so this thing's going to run hot. It's going to run hot. Well, let's take a look at it without the UI in the way. That is such a weird looking through the radiator. Oh, man. Not much to look at here with this little case. Can't really see much. Everything's all blocked up, but there it is. And it's done. And it can go over here in the delivery area, and we can collect some money. So let's do that now. So we've got the fix. Let's collect that. 4 stars. My PC was busted, but now it's working fine, and I couldn't be happier. If I had to guess, it's probably 4 stars because it says ASAP please, and well, you see it's down here at the bottom of the list. So we kind of let it sit around for a little bit. It's all right. Not worried about it. Let's go up here to the build to play Doom at recommended 4K spec. Let's collect that one. 5 stars. I'm super happy with the new computer. Hey, that's awesome. That is awesome. Let's see. So we got some new stuff in. We got some fixes. That's good because I was out. Got anything good in the daily deals? Let's see. Meshify, AData, an X299 Dark. Now that's getting a little old. That's getting a little old. Let's check and see. This fractal design case is actually pretty nice for $43. The Meshify, can't even talk. The Meshify 2 compact light tempered glass in gray. Let's buy that. Let's buy that. Don't care about that. 850 watt Corsair power supply. Let's get that. And I'm going to pass on the EVGA X299 Dark. Don't build much with that, so I'm going to pass on it. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up button if you liked it. Hit the thumbs down if you didn't. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And ring the bell if you want to be notified as soon as a video goes live. Also, if you want to help support me, there's a link to my Patreon down in the description, or you can become a channel member. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there. And I will see you in the next episode.